So, I'm going to do a little switcheroo up over here. hmm I'm going to go into the TikTok street up over here on my tablet. When I say over here, that's what I'm talking about. On my tablet. I guess I'm going to set it up right here next to it, though. A lot of good stuff has been happening. And, ooh, trying to get me. Thank you. But I gotta go. One of my favorite games is trying to come on. It's trying to come on. Oh, I like it. Ah, do it. Do it. Do it well. This is nice. The only thing is, hey world. Hey, 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 hey. So, we're doing something different. I think this is better over here. The lighting is what the lighting is. Ah. And the angles. Like, what's going on with the angles? I feel like I have to sit at my kitchen island for this to be as successful as I want this to be right now. My couch is just so more comfy. But the way this camera is set up, let's see if it switches around. It did not. I'm sideways over here. Hold up. So TikTok world was giving me some issues. Not TikTok. I'm about to say TikTok is great with me. It is YouTube. YouTube was acting a little different. YouTube was acting a little different on my, what device is that? Ooh, ooh, baby, I like that. I like it like that. This is why I need to hire folks. Okay. Uno momento. Oh, uno momento. Uno momento. Uno momento. Okay, where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Don't you like sturdy stuff? I love sturdy stuff, people. I love sturdy stuff, but the office is really the best place. It seems like I done started and stopped and started and stopped like 2 times. So we just gonna go into the office. We just gonna go over there. We're gonna go over there. We go into the office. We go into the office. We go to the office. Let me grab the book. I brought the book outside the office and everything. Like, I am gonna do this episode on my couch. And honestly, look at this. See this right here? Well, you can't really see. Let me get closer. The reason why, hold up. The reason why I see my art, the reason why I was contemplating working in the living room area or doing my episodes in the living room area is because I booked 2 shows in one day. Yes. I don't know the fuck I was thinking. I was like, I can do it. I can do one episode and then do another episode. And now I'm like, where am I even going to set up my easel at? Where's my easel going to be? Because another show, excuse me. The other show is being, we're doing an activity on the other show. And the activity that we're going to be doing is a Excuse me. The activity that we're going to be doing, please be straight. I don't know why it turns to the side. Woo, technology. No, I'm going to graduate, not just from class, but graduate from utilizing my office as where I do my podcast at. Like, I'm going to actually have to get dressed and go outside because it's just going to make life more efficient for me. And I'm just going to do other work inside of my home office because that just seems more efficient. Um, the idea of a home office is a great one, okay? And if you can make it work, even better. Uh, However, typically, and I can't speak for everybody, I can only speak for me. Typically, I believe, um, just trying to get this TikTok together. Come on, the TikToks. All right, TikTok is sort of together. So I have TikTok on the tablet and YouTube here on my phone. And maybe I could put both of them together so at least it looks like I'm looking at both in the right direction. Yeah, okay. I think I figured it out. I always do. I always figure stuff the fuck out. And this is much better too, because I don't know if you could hear the water that was running in the background. But Sister Girl is defrosting some chicken because I feel like having me some chicken. Okay? And I forgot I had some wings in there. So I'm going to make my own wings. However, welcome to Soulful Sunday. Woo! I feel like I was churching today. I feel like church today. I was talking about my good old brother, Pastor Mason Betha. You know, the one that ignited my third eye. He was like, you are not going to be one of these sleep with us. You will remember where you are. You going to remember who you is. Thank you. Thank you very kindly. Thank you very kindly. Thank you very kindly. So, you know how it goes. We are here finishing up this book. This book should have been finished, but we are finishing it up this week right here, right now. We are in the last, my love is gone. We're in chapter 14. And guess what? Chapter 14 is the last chapter, and I am so excited. So if you are new to my channel, you have to catch the replays of Soulful Sunday on YouTube. So follow me on YouTube, the SupaTea Podcast Show, and you can see from chapter 1 all the way up to chapter 14. I do an episode. You can watch it at your leisure. You can pause. You can skip ahead. You can do whatever floats your boat. On TikTok, I will be having 2 shows today. The first one is Soulful Sunday. And then the next one is going to be, I like how my hair looking all blue though over there. I know here on YouTube, it looks purple. But over on TikTok, it looks blue. Anyway, I'm going to jump right on in. This is chapter 14, demonstrating and being transparent. Living your new reality. This is a reality that you have created for yourself because you have the power and the authority to do so. But there's a process because you have to literally reprogram yourself from all the indoctrination and the programming that is on a daily basis coming to you. All right. When you demonstrate change, you've memorized an internal order that is greater than any environmental condition. Yes, it is. It's keeping your energy up. Staying conscious in a new reality, independent of your body, independent of the environment, and independent of time. How are you going to be when you walk into your life? Remind yourself with your family, at your job, with your children, at lunch tomorrow. Can you maintain this modified state of being? If you can live your life and the same energy that you created with, then something different should show up in your world. Okay? That's the law. When your behaviors match your intentions, when your actions are equal to your thoughts, when you are being this new person that you want to be, then you are ahead of your time. Your environment is no longer controlling you, boo. You controlling it. It ain't controlling how you think. It ain't controlling how you feel. Mm-mm. How you think and how you feel is controlling your environment. That's greatness. And it always has been within you. When how you appear is who you are free from the enslavement of your past. And when all that energy now is liberated, the side effect of that freedom is called joy, 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 joy. Demonstrating living as the new you. When your internal neurochemical state is so orderly and coherent that no stimulus in your incoherent external world can disrupt who you are being, then your mind and body are now working together harmoniously. You are now a new you. And by memorizing this new state of being, a new personality, your world and your personal reality must reflect your internal changes. When your outward expression of self is equal to your inner self, you are headed in a new destiny. Can you maintain the change in your life so that your body doesn't return to the same mind? Since emotions are stored in the subconscious memory system, it is your job, your job to consciously keep your body aligned to your new mind so that nothing in your environment emotionally hooks you back into that old reality. You must memorize your new self and insist on being it so that nothing in your present reality can move you from it. Remember that when you get up from your meditations, yeah, that's your work. And it's not just sitting down, that's one form of meditation. What I am discussing in this book, again, if you are watching me on TikTok, you're just going to have to watch the replays. And if you're new here on YouTube, you also have to watch the replays. That's the only way it's going to make sense. And if you don't have the mental capacity to put the pieces of the puzzle together and make your life better, then that's on you, boo. That's on you, boo. That's on you. Let's get back to the book. Remember that when you get up from your meditation, if you did it properly, you will advance from thinking to being. Once you are in that state of being, you are more prone to do and think equal to who you are being. To demonstrate is to be it all day long. I love to sing, so I'm going to be breaking out a melody, okay? This is so you know. If you don't know that now you do. This is who I am. That's my joy, 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 joy. All right. In a nutshell, demonstration is living as if your prayers have already been answered. Is rejoicing in your new life with a new level of expectation and excitement. It's reminding yourself that you must be in that same state of mind and body that you were in when you created your new ideal. You can't create a new personality in your meditation and then get up and act like your old self for the rest of the whole day. It would be like eating a really healthy meal in the morning and then spending the rest of the day snacking on cakes and cookies. In order for a new experience in reality to happen to you, you have to match your behavior with your goals. You align your thoughts and your deeds. You must make choices that are consistent with your new state of being. When you demonstrate, you physically apply what you have mentally rehearsed, getting the body involved and making it do what the mind has learned. Whew! Heaven, I got heaven right here on earth. Oh, yes. I have heaven right here on earth. I have heaven right here on earth. Say, I feel like heaven right here on earth. Therefore, in order for you to see the signals unfolding in your life, you must. There's a lot of you. Like, Dad, I gotta do all of this. Like, I gotta make my life different. Oh, I gotta change my mind. I gotta do these practices myself for my life to change. Yes, yes, yes. You gotta do it for you, boo. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. In order for a new experience in reality to happen, I'm all the way on the next page. Hold up. Rewind. Okay, we got the right space. In order for a new experience in reality to happen to you, you have to match your behavior with your goal. You align your thoughts and your deeds. You must make choices that are consistent with your new state of being. When you demonstrate, you physically apply what you have mentally rehearsed. And that's what you're doing in the meditation. You're mentally rehearsing the you that you want to be, your life, how you want it to be. Like, I could just like be like, my husband just is over there blowing me kisses. Like, I'm just like, ooh. Woo! So I get off this motherfucking podcast. Oh, my bad. See, I don't even have to say that out loud with mine, like. The telepathy be telepathy. That's all I want to say. That's all I'm going to say. But I'm going to focus. We ain't here talking about my love life. Because ain't none of y'all business. When you demonstrate, you physically apply what you have mentally rehearsed, getting the body involved and making it do what the mind has learned. Therefore, in order for you to see the signals unfolding in your life, you must live and be in the same energy that you created from. Simply put, if you want the universe to begin to talk back to you in new and unusual ways, the energy and the mind that you demonstrate in your life, I'm going to say it again, that you demonstrate in your life must be the same energy and same mind of your meditation as the new ideal you. This is when you are connected with or entangled to the energy you created in a dimension beyond space and time. This is how you attract the new events into your life. When both aspects of the self are aligned, the you living in the now life is the same being you constructed during your meditation. You are being the future you that existed as a potential in the quantum fields. And when the new self that you created in your meditation is the exact same electromagnetic signature as the future that you are being in your life, mm, mm, mm. You are unified to that new destiny. When you are physically being one with the future in the now moment that you dreamed about, you are experiencing the bounty of a new reality. This will be a response from a greater order. Look forward to feedback. The feedback that you experience in your life is the result of matching the state of being energy of your creative process to the state of being energy of your demonstrative process. It is being that being you invented in this particular plane of demonstration. You have to live in that line of time and present physical reality. Thus, if you maintain that modified state of mind and body the entire day, something different gonna show up in your life. And I can attest to that, baby. Ooh, yes I can. I'm a witness. I'm a witness. I am experiencing it, okay? I am experiencing it. Like I see it every day. Every day I wake up and open up my eyes, I see the reflection of what I have created into my life. And it just keeps happening, more good and more good and more good and more good and more good. And it doesn't mean that I don't have the emotions of disappointment. It doesn't mean I don't have the emotions of anger. It doesn't mean that I don't have those emotions. It means that when those emotions come up, I recognize and I check myself. See, I check myself before I wreck myself because I've wrecked myself before. So why would I continue to do that? No, 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 no. I check myself. So let me break that down out of Ebonics. I self-reflect. I say, wait a minute. Why am I feeling angry? Oh, because somebody else did. But why did what somebody else do anger me? Because guess what? I only got control over me and my emotions. So if I feel something, that's an alert. Ooh, ooh. Time to self-reflect. Self-reflect is what it means to check yourself. When you are checking yourself, you are looking at yourself. You're not just like, this person did it, and that's it. This is how I feel because they did it. Okay. But how you feel is your responsibility. So you're acknowledging that this other person's action made you feel away or motivated you to feel away. So why? Why did what they do motivate you to feel away? And it could be a very valid reason. Okay, this is the reason behind it. Now what you going to do about it? Because staying angry is not going to resolve anything. Is there a resolution to come to? Do you need to interact with this person? Oh, you don't? Huh. Check yourself. Self-reflect. Feedback. Be important. Your environment is going to give you feedback of the condition of your mentality. Your environment is going to give you feedback of what's going on within yourself. That's what your environment's going to do. And then you have a choice because you can absolutely change who you are. That's what this book is about. And therefore, change your environment. You have the power to do that. What type of feedback should you begin to witness? Look forward to synchronicities, opportunities, coincidences. This is literally how my life is right now. Synchronicities, opportunities, coincidences, flow, effortless change, better health, better insights, revelations, mystical experiences, and what? New relationships, to name a few. New feedback then will inspire you to keep doing what you're doing. When external feedback occurs as a result of your internal efforts, you will naturally correlate whatever you were doing inside of you with whatever happened outside of you. This is a novel moment in and of itself. It basically shows evidence that you are now living by the quantum law. And let me tell you about the quantum law, all right? Let me just tell you. The quantum law supersedes the law at your job, the law of your city, of your state, of your country. Quantum means that it supersedes even nature laws here, some of them, on this little blue planet. I always have to reiterate this because it's just sometimes it's beyond me how people, this is us, not even a speck in the universe, get this idea that they should be controlling these bigger things outside of themselves. Why? Why? We have the way and the means to see that this blue planet is in a solar system of other planets. And you can think, oh, man is the most intelligent being. Man is the most I don't know if y'all been witnessing what I've been witnessing of humanity, but there are some intelligent ones. And there's some that ain't intelligent. So we cannot be the most intelligent beings that exist. There's intelligence that exists outside of our tiny brains and our tiny cells. Quantum. That's what quantum is. Quantum is not limited to just this one blue planet that we occupy called Earth. Quantum is bigger than our solar system. It's quantum. It's humongous. When you are operating in that law, when you are applying those laws to your life, yeah, that's how it is. Orgasmic. Literally. I don't know how else to explain it. It's pleasurable. It's joyful. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's miracles that you are seeing. You're not just hearing about miracles. You are seeing and experiencing miraculous things. All right, let's continue. When external feedback occurs as a result of your, because you're doing something, internal efforts, you will naturally correlate with whatever you are doing inside of yourself with whatever is happening outside of you. This is a novel moment in and of itself. It needed to be said again. It basically shows evidence that you are now living by the quantum law. You become astonished that the feedback that you are experiencing is the direct result of the internal workings of your own mind, your thoughts, your emotions. And when you correlate What you did in the implicit world with the explicit manifestation, you will pay attention and remember whatever you did earlier to produce that effect. And you will do it again and again and again and again and again. And when you could connect your inner world with the effects in the outer world, you are now causing an effect instead of living by cause and effect. You creating your reality. Here is the test. Can you be the same person in your external environment that you were being in your internal environment while you were meditating? Can you be greater than your present environment, which is connected to your past personality, past memories, and past associations? Are you able to seize, stop your routine reactions to the same situations? Have you conditioned your body and molded your own mind to be ahead of the present reality in front of you? This is the reason why we meditate. To become who we want to be and to be that in our lives, and we continue to evolve. So once you have reached this plateau, okay, I got it. I got everything that I want. I have the body that I want. I have the relationships that I want. I have the community that I want. I have the love that I want. I have the type of relationships that I want. Do I stop? Absolutely not. First and foremost, I remain grateful. Woo! Thank you, 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 thank you. Second of all, I continue to evolve. What new can I do? What new can I create? What new ways can I enjoy this thing called life? What new ways? Demonstrate the new you plan into the equation of your life. Remind yourself that during the day, you will keep your energy up as the new you. Here you are to prompt yourself to stay conscious at different times in your waking hours. You can prime yourself, place little notes and consciousness on the canvas of your life. For example, I want to give thanks for the different aspects of my life while I take my morning shower. I have to stay on track while I drive to work. So I'm going to be joyous throughout the whole trip. Put on my music. WBLS for me. How will I be in this new ideal when I see my boss? I ain't gonna take it personal. Don't take it personal. Whatever he say or do. Because I'm who I am. They are who they are. Let me remind myself. See the self-reflection? You got catching it? You got catching it? Let me remind myself. I'm going to say it a third time. Let me remind me to take a moment and remember who I am being. Yeah. When I see my kids this evening, I will be elevated and have abundant energy and will truly connect. I want to take a minute while I get ready for bed and remind myself who I am being. Yes, these questions are a simple way to review your display of new self when the day is over. Self-reflection again, self-responsibility. I know, people. I know it's so easy to be lazy. It's so easy to blame somebody else for your problems. It's easy. It's easy to do that. It's easy to say it's unfair because such and such did this and such did that. That's easy, baby. But looking at yourself, being honest with yourself, especially as an adult, oh, you got to take responsibility that your life is the way it is because you are making it that way. And it could be past programs and maybe you didn't know no better. But right here, right now, I am able to express myself freely. Freely. I am expressing myself. I am being my true self. And it don't matter what anybody else thinks. That's outside. That's external. This has nothing to do with me. How another person behaves, how you behave is a reflection of you, boo. How I behave is a reflection of me. And I get positive feedback on a daily basis. On a daily basis. So yes, sometimes I put cover up on. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I put lip gloss on. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm dressed elegantly. Sometimes I'm speaking elegantly. Sometimes I'm talking like a motherfucking thug, motherfuckers. Sometimes. It don't matter the outside. What matters is the inside. Because inside, I know I'm being the best me right here, right now. I am loving me right here, right now. The fact that I am sitting in my home happy, comfortably, grateful, safely, securely, I'm grateful for. The gratitude is going to shine. The gratitude, I got to let it be known. I got to come on here. I don't know who going to pass through. I don't know if it's going to motivate, inspire, remind people that they got divinity inside of them. I don't know that. I don't have no control over how you perceive or how you receive me or how you react to me. That ain't my business. That ain't none of my business, okay? My business is me. Reflecting on me. So if I do have an interaction and it bothers me, why? Why? Why does it bother me? Why would a stranger bother me? Somebody I didn't even know existed. Why would that bother me? I didn't even know that person existed. Okay. They said something, okay, about a stranger. They typed something about a stranger. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for lending me some of that energy of yours. Because guess what I'm going to do with it? Alchemize it immediately. Immediately. That's feedback right there. Oh, you noticed me. You noticed me before I noticed you. Whoa, 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 whoa. You are afraid to show who you are because you know for sure people gonna say stuff about you when they say you. And you ain't strong enough within yourself yet to be unbothered by other people's opinions on you. You looking for validation. So you coming on here to be served and I'm coming to serve. We different. We ain't the same. We ain't the same. So people put their little stuff in there. Like I don't sit out in the sun and charge up my melanin naturally. I don't got to put nothing on. I don't got to put nothing extra. I just got to be out there in that sunlight. And the sunlight loves me. The sunlight don't burn my skin. The sun loves me. The fresh air loves me. It empowers me. These natural things that people are like, oh, those crystals and this and that crystal. Please, if it was so much of that, Why so many people still doing it? Because, oh, baby, I remember. Because I'm a 90s girl. Oh, I remember when it was taboo. I remember before it was trendy. I remember healing from some of the most traumatic things that if anybody would have said, yo, this is going to happen in your life, I'd have been like, yeah, I don't think so. Because I don't know what would happen to me after that. If anybody would have told me before it happened, I would have never believed them. But it happened. Serious stuff. I was talking to a homegirl. I was just like, Dad. I had to. And she was like, Dad. And we just had a good soulful system moment. And it's like, it made me self-reflect. Like, look at you now. Freak a paper. Paper's finance is a great, wonderful tool. Boo boo. It's an amazing tool. But look at me now. Healed and whole and confident and loving and steady evolving, steady growing, steady, and then not just growing and closing myself off to the world. Oh no. Growing and showing that growth, how it looks uniquely as how it speaks uniquely as me, how I could come and I could give from such an overflow of abundance, of energy, of love, because I am connected consciously to the source itself, the source that created everything, that God force, divinity, because I know I'm connected. I don't believe I'm connected. I feel the connection in my body and my soul, and I see it reflected in my environment. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at just what just came in the mail, people. And I know it's facing the opposite way. So I'm going to read it to you. The National Society of Leadership and Success. Certification of induction. This official acknowledgement has been earned. Oh, this is the first of many this year, baby. I bought the frames. I'm going to frame it, baby. I'm going to frame it and put it on the wall because I have earned these accolades, and not because I did what somebody else told me to do, but because I followed that that divinity within me. That's my guidance. And that's in everyone. So you can go within and always get whatever answers you need. Let's get back to the book because we almost finished. And I really did a lot of preaching already today. I really did. 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 Where we at? These are questions that you can self-reflect. And you can self-reflect these questions any time of the day. You can ask yourself, how did I do today? When did I fall from grace and why? Who was it I reacted to and where? When did I go unconscious? How can I do better the next time that happens? Before you go to bed, it might be a nice idea to contemplate where it was during your day that you lost your new ideal. Once you can see the obvious place in your life that stimulated you to fall into oblivion, ask yourself these simple questions. If this situation happens again, how would I act? What would I do differently? And what piece of knowledge or philosophical understanding could I apply to this circumstance if it arose again? Once you come up with a solid answer, you ready, and you attend to it with a bit of thoughtfulness, you are mentally rehearsing a new element that rounds out another part of you. You will be putting the new neural network into your brain to prepare you for the event of some future time. This little move will assist you in upgrading and refining the model of the new and improved you. You then can add that into your morning or evening meditation. Being transparent, going from the inner to the outer. When you are transparent, how you appear is who you really are. Now I know people come up, and there's a lot of good actors and actresses. Kudos to those in the entertainment industry who are good actors and actresses. Kudos, 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 kudos. However, when you are really truly who you are feeling on the inside, it's going to reflect to the people around you. The people around you. Your mailman, your garbage man, the people that work at the post office, the bus driver, train operator, your co-workers. They all going to reflect and see who you is. They going to give you feedback. You're going to see feedback all around you. Your internal thoughts and feelings are reflected in your external environment. So yes, every day when I'm outside, I'm out of my home, I see happy people. And I see happy people even in my home. It's reflected through these devices. This device that you watching me on right here, right now, that you hear my voice on right here, right now, I see happy people on my device. I see families. I see love reflected on my device. This is a reflection of me. It's the energy that I am putting out there. It is my thoughts that will be reflecting back to me. Was not always like that. Always the reflection, yes. Were my thoughts always good? No. I had to make those changes within inside of myself. Having achieved this state, your life and your mind are synonymous. It is your final relationship between you and all of your outward creations. This means that your life reflects your mind in all arenas. You are your life. And your life is a reflection of you. So if you're happy and you're peaceful and you're feeling good, that is a reflection of what's going on inside. That's a reflection of your thoughts. That's a reflection of your actions. That's a reflection of you. Being happy is a reflection of you. And the same applies for those who are not. That is a reflection of them. And guess what you have control over? You. You only have control over you. Unless somebody else gives you control over them. Okay? But, from my recollection of history, people ain't willfully giving nothing over to no goddamn body. Which is why people got to resort to all of that extremities. I don't listen. I'm going to be completely transparent and honest with you right here, right now. I do not watch the news. But I'm aware. I'm aware of what's going on. I'm aware of the clownery that's happening in my nation. I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm aware of the foolery. I'm aware, but guess what that is? That is a reflection of a terrified man and terrified people. Nobody is initiating terror unless it is within them. Let's say that again. Nobody is initiating terror unless it is inside of them. I'm going to say it a third time because I want you to make sense of this. You have every right to be upset and to want humanity to be better. We all do. But no one is initiating terror unless it is inside of them. No one is initiating hate unless it is inside of them. No one. That's the truth. That's quantum law. So if somebody is causing terror or groups are causing terror, it's because they are afraid. They are afraid inside. They ain't gonna come out and say, I'm afraid of these people. I'm afraid of the people in their power. I would not have power to control them. I'm afraid. They're not gonna say they're afraid. But their actions is gonna show that they're afraid. You gotta be really afraid. Look at me. Look. I'm gonna use myself for example. Look at me. Okay? Look at me. I ain't no little whippersnapper. Okay? Look at that. Look at that. Those are some muscles, okay? Some muscles. Now, if my strong indigenous self was to go and cause some harm to some little toothpick of a person, that's fear inside. And a disconnect. There's no reason why a place with bombs and da-da-da-da is going to go and drop that stuff over a place that don't have that stuff to defend themselves unless they scared. What they scared of? What they scared of? What they scared of? What they scared of? What they afraid of? Nobody terrorizes anybody unless they got terror inside of them. And the same applies with love. If there's a person that's loving you, you don't even know who this person is. They just loving you. They just sending love. They just sending good vibrations. That's what's inside of them. That's what's inside. Somebody's happy and smiling. You can't do nothing for them. They don't even know who the heck you are. Your bank account is on zero. You can't do nothing. You can't give them no money. You can't give them nothing. But they still giving you. They still giving you love. They still encouraging and pouring love out into the atmosphere. Oh, that person got that inside of them. Yeah, they got that love inside of them. They're not giving from emptiness. They're giving from fullness. And they won't allow you to take advantage of them. Because they know when to stop. Oh, I've reached my capacity. Oh, got to go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Got to go. Let's get back to this book, because again, I'm preaching. I feel like I'm preaching again. Y'all gotta really have me do this church thing, and I'm like, oh God. I need a team. I need deacons and deaconesses. I need a... if y'all want me to be the first lady, I need a... I'm gonna just hold my... I'm gonna hold it. Let's get back to the book. Whew. This means that your life reflects your mind in all arenas. You are your life. Your life is a reflection of you. If, as quantum physics suggests, the environment is an extension of the mind. This is when your life reorganizes itself to reflect your new mind. So, quantum physics, endless possibilities. Endless possibilities. When they're observing the atom doesn't even do anything until it's actually observed. Wow. That's some power right there. Wait a minute. Let me do the math here. And math ain't my favorite subject, but wait a minute. If what I think is affecting what's around me, And I can choose what I think. I don't have to just blindly react. I don't have to live in cause and effect. I could be the cause of the effects. Oh, I could be the cause of the effects. These effects is from the cause of me. Hmm. Me? Oh. Let me self-reflect. Let me let me look in the mirror more deeply at me. Transparency is a state of true empowerment in which you have realized, made real, your dream of personal transformation. You have gained wisdom from experience, and you are greater than the environment of your past reality. The tell the telltale sign of being transparent is that you do not have many overly analytical or critical thoughts. You wouldn't want to think that way. It would take you away from your present state. Since the side effect of transparency is true joy, more energy, and freedom of expression, any thought that is connected to an ego drive would lower the elevated feeling within you. There will come a moment when your life begins to unfold with new and wonderful events. There will come a moment that you will be in awe and wonder, in utter wakefulness, when you realize it was your mind that created them. In your rapture, you will look back from this vantage point at your entire life. You will not want to change anything. You will not regret any actions or feel bad about whatever has happened to you, because in that moment of your manifestation, it will all make sense to you. You will see how your past got you exactly to the point where you are right now. Whew. As the result of your efforts, the consciousness of the greater mind has begun to be your conscious mind. Its nature is becoming your nature. You naturally become more divine. This is who you really are. This is your natural state of being. Equally, as the invisible giver of life begins to move through you, you will feel more like yourself than you have in a long time. Those traumas that produced emotional scars knocked your true personality from its center. You became more complicated, more polarized, more divided, more inconsistent, more predictable. When you unmemorize those survival emotions that naturally lower the frequency of your mind and body, you are lifted to a higher electromagnetic expression, and a greater frequency is now turning you on. Mm-hmm. And you free yourself by unlocking the doors to make room for a greater power to become you. Finally, it is you. And you are it. You are one. And you feel a coherent energy called love. Ooh. It's within that then manifests. It is the within that then manifests an unconditional state. Once you connect to and drink from the well of consciousness, you might experience a real paradise. it is quite possible that there will come such a sense of personal wholeness that you will find it difficult to want anything. The dichotomy was a veritable realization for me. Wants and desires come from lacking something, someone, someplace, or sometime. In being truly connected to this consciousness, I have had moments that it was hard to think about anything else because I felt so great. I felt so complete that any thought would take me away from it would not be worth me moving from this place. So the irony is that once you arrive at this space to create from, you no longer need anything. Because the lack and emptiness from which you desired those things have been eliminated, replaced by a feeling of wholeness. Mm. Mm. As a result, you just want to linger in the feeling of balance and love and coherence. This, I feel, is the beginning of true, unconditional love. Feeling a sense of love and awe for life without needing anything from outside of us. That's freedom. It is no longer being attached to external elements. It's a feeling that is so coherent that to judge another is to emotionally react to life and change from this state is compromising self. This is when the greater consciousness that we all are connected to begins to move out of us. And we begin to express this through us. We move from human towards divine. We become more like it. This is what Christ really was saying to people. He wasn't saying be like his personality. He was saying be more divine because you got divinity within you. Ooh, Yeshua ben Yosef. We move from human towards divine. We become more like it. We become more loving. We become more mindful. We become more powerful. We become more generous. We become more intentional. We become more kind and more healthier. Then it's mind. Something else amazing begins to occur as well. When you feel elevated and joyful, you feel so wonderful that you want to share that feeling of what you are experiencing with someone. And how do you share this great feeling and these great feelings you give? You think I feel so superb and uplifted. I want you to feel this way. How I feel. Here, take his gift. And you will begin to give so that others can feel the gift that you're expressing from within. You are selfless. Imagine a world like that. Think about it. What harm are you going to do imagining a world like that? Sitting and thinking about that, a world like that, everywhere you go? If, however, you can fashion a new reality from this internal order of wholeness, you must know that you will be creating from a state of being and consciousness that is no longer separate from whatever it is you desire. You are in absolute oneness with your creation, and if you can slip into it naturally and forget about everything that is tied to the old you, you'll feel such a sense of exuberance that you will begin to know that the creation you are focusing upon is yours. It will feel like hitting a tennis ball in the sweet spot or parallel parking without mirrors within inches of the curb. It just feels right. You somehow know. This is how I end my daily meditation, and I offer it to you as a suggestion. Now, close your eyes. Become aware that there is an intelligence that is within you and all around you. Remember that it's real. Contemplate that this consciousness is noticing you and is aware of your intentions. Recall that it is a creator that exists beyond space and beyond time. In your journey, past the cravings of the body and the nuances of the ego mind, you have made it to this final step. So if in fact this consciousness is real and it exists, ask for a sign to let me know that I made contact with it. Say to the Creator, if I emulated you in any way as a creator today, send me a signal in the form of feedback in my world to let me know that you are noticing my efforts and bring it in a way that I least expect, that wakes me up from this dream and leaves no doubt that it has come from you, so that I am inspired to do this again tomorrow. Let me remind you, what I stated in the chapter on the quantum, if the feedback comes to you in a way that you could have expected or predicted, then it's nothing new. Resist the temptation to ascribe novelty and unpredictability to what you know deep in your soul to be familiar. In your new life, you must be startled and, in a sense, taken unaware, not by what came to you, but by how it came about. When you experience surprise, you wake up from the dream, and the novelty of whatever is happening to you is now so thrilling that it captures all of your attention. You're lifted out of your normal feelings to leave no doubt. Means it has to be so cool and fun that you know that what you are doing is actually working. You want to know that this unusual event is coming from this greater mind and that it can be anything. You now have a relationship with the higher consciousness because it's talking back to you. And only you know that what you are doing within is affecting the without. Once you know this, you should be, and when I say the without, it means what you're doing within is affecting outside of you. Once you know this, you should be inspired to do it again the next day. In essence, you can now use the emotion of a new experience as new energy in which to create your next outcome. You become like a scientist or an explorer, experimenting with your life and measuring the results of your efforts. Our purpose in life is not to be good, to please God, to be beautiful, or to be popular, or to be successful. Our purpose, rather, is to remove the mask and the facades that block the flow of this divine intelligence and to express this greater mind through us, to become empowered by our efforts of creativity and to ask greater questions that will inevitably lead us to a more enriched destiny, to expect the miraculous instead of the worst case scenario, and to live as if this power is in favor of us, to ponder the uncommon, to contemplate our achievements in utilizing the unseen power, and to open our minds to more expanded possibilities, challenges us to evolve our being, to let more of this mind come through us. For instance, by your truly healing, by you truly healing yourself of any type of malady, then it should come naturally, then it should naturally rather lead to a more evolved questions like, can I heal someone else with a touch? And if I accomplish this feat, is it possible to heal a loved one from a distance? And once you master that possibility, because you change the physical matter in that person, you might ask, can I create something out of nothing? How much farther can we go? There's no end to this adventure. We are only limited by the questions we ask, the knowledge we embrace, and our ability to keep an open mind and heart. I want to read the afterwards here. Somebody hung out with me this whole time over in those TikTok streets. I'm gonna click and see who it is. Were you tapping it up? Because I was also a perfect new collectible books. Oh, somebody who likes books. Ooh, and Gnostic wisdom. Of course, you hung out with me. It resonated. It resonated. I love books. They do something for me. So that's interesting. It's very interesting. I was like, over there? Who over there watching me? Who over there watching me? Oh, so people over at my dad going YouTube looking for validation. Listen. I don't know why other people come on, but I'm here to be of service. Only reason why I'm here. I'm here to give from my overflow. Uh, One of the biggest lies, this is the afterwards, we have come to believe about ourselves is that our true nature is that we are nothing more than physical beings, defined by a material reality, devoid of dimension in its vital energy and separate from God, which I trust you know by now is within us and all around us. To keep the truth about our real identity from us is not only enslaving. If that ain't a coincidence, I don't know what is. It's not only enslaving, but it asserts that we are finite beings living a linear life that lacks real meaning. Ooh, the dictum that there are no realms and no life beyond this physical world. And we got no control of our own destiny is not a truth that you should ever believe in. Okay? It is my desire that you have become empowered by a bit of knowledge in this work to help you see who you really are. You are a multi-dimensional being who creates your reality. Helping you accept this idea as your law and new belief has been my labor in this book and in sharing this book with you. Breaking the habit of being yourself, that's the title of this book right here. It's habitual that you think that you're not multidimensional when you are multidimensional. Ooh, have you ever seen that before? Let me tell you. I took a picture um, in front of a mirror that was in front of a mirror. Take a picture in front of a mirror that's in front of a mirror. You will literally get a peek into the multiple dimensions that exist. Baby. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready, but y'all better get ready, okay? Y'all better get ready. Again, I am a multi-dimensional being who creates my reality, and you one that creates your reality. So, helping you accept this idea as the law that it is in a new belief has been my pleasure of service. That's not what he said, but I'm speaking for myself right now. Breaking the habit of being yourself, that's the title of this book, means that you are going to have to lose those old ways, those old thoughts, don't lose it. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it no anymore. Especially if you want to experience new stuff. You can't be holding on to that old stuff. Let it go. Sorry, I'm so excited. I apologize for all the happy and fun. Woo! When we fully lay down the old, because completely just let it go, familiar life or mind, start creating the new one, there's a moment between the two worlds that is a bereft of anything we know. And most rush back from this void to the familiar. I ain't going to the familiar. I'm glad I'm not most. Don't be most neither. Be you, bro. Be you. Be you. That place of uncertainty, the unknown, is what the maverick, the mystic, and the saint know to be fertile ground. That's where you plant your new seeds, boo. To live in the realm of the unpredictable is to be all potentials at once. Can you become comfortable in this empty space? Literally. You are at the nexus of a great creative power, the I am. to biologically, energetically, physically, emotionally, chemically, neurologically, and genetically change ourselves, and to stop living by the unconscious affirmation that competition, strife, success, fame, physical beauty, sexuality, possessions, and power are the be all and end all in life. Is when we break the chains of the mundane. I fear that this so-called recipe for ultimate success in life has kept us looking outside of ourselves for answers and true happiness, when the real answers and the true joy have always been within. So where and how do we find our true selves? Do we create a persona that is shaped by associations with the outer environment, which perpetrates the lie? Or do we identify with something within us that is as real as everything outside of us and create a unique identity, which has awareness and a mind that we can emulate? That's right. It is that infinite resource of information and intelligence, personal and universal, that is intrinsic to all human beings. It is an energetic consciousness that is filled with such coherence that when it moves through us, we can only call it love. When the door opens, its frequency carries such vital information that it changes who we are from within. This is an experience that I have humbly learned to live for. It is my hope that you know that you always have access to it if you choose. But if you live life as a materialist, then you will struggle with its existence. Why? Well, realists use their senses to define reality. And if they can't see it, can't taste it, can't smell it, can't touch it, or hear it, then it don't exist to them, right? This duality is a perfect scheme for keeping people lost in an illusion. Just keep their attention on an outer reality that is ultimately so sensually pleasurable or chaotic, and going within will seem too difficult. Your attention is where your energy is. Put all your attention on the external material world, and that becomes your investment in reality. On the contrary, command your mindfulness to unfold a deeper aspect of yourself, and your energy will expand that reality. You, as a human being, have the freedom to place your awareness on anything. To develop your ability to manage and properly use this abundance is power. And that's the gift. Whenever you put your thoughts in your, wherever you put your thoughts in, your awareness becomes your reality. If you stop believing that thought is real, you will fall back into materialism and you'll stop doing work. You'll simply choose some emotional addiction or habit for immediate gratification and talk yourself out of possibility. Herein lies the dilemma. The future reality we create in our minds does not yet provide any sensory feedback. And by the quantum model, our senses should be the last to experience what we create. For this reason, many of us make materialism our law once again, and we go unconscious. I want to remind you that all things material come from the invisible field of the immaterial, beyond space and time. Simply said, by planting seeds in this world, you see that in time they bear fruit. If you can experience a dream so completely and mind and emotion within the inner world of potentials, then it has already happened. So just surrender. It has to sprout into your outer life. It is the law. But here's the hardest part of this whole process: making or taking the time for your precious self to actually do it. That's it. We are divine creators. It's what we do when we are inspired and pressed to know more. But you and I also are creatures of habit. We develop habits for everything. We possess three brains that allow us to evolve from knowledge to experience to wisdom, to make whatever we learn implicit through the repetition of experience. We can teach the body to become the mind. That is our definition of a habit. The problem is that we develop habits that limit our true greatness. The survival emotions, which become so addictive, cause us to live with limitation, feeling separate from the source, forget we are creators. In fact, the corresponding states of mind that correlate with stress truly are the reasons why we are controlled by our emotions, live by a lower denominator of energy, and are enslaved by a set of beliefs rooted in fear. These so-called normal psychological states have been accepted by most as ordinary and common. They are the real altered states of consciousness. Hence, I want to emphasize that anxiety, depression, frustration, anger, guilt, pain, worry, sadness, the emotions regularly expressed by billions of people are why the world looks the way the world looks. But that's not what he said. He said, are why the masses live life knocked out of balance and altered from their true self. And maybe the supposed altered states of consciousness achieved in meditation during true mystical moments are actually natural human states of consciousness that we should strive to live by on a regular basis. I accept that contention as my truth. It's time to wake up and be the living example of truth. It's not enough to espouse these understandings. It's time to live them, demonstrate them, and be at cause in all areas of our lives. When you and I embody such ideals as truth and make them a habit, then they innately become part of us. Since we are wired to create habits, why not make true greatness, compassion, genius, ingenuity, empowerment, love, awareness, generosity, healing, quantum manifestation, and divinity our new habits? To remove the layers of personal emotions we decided to memorize as our identity of the past, to shed our selfish limitations that we have given such power to abandon the false beliefs and perceptions about the nature of reality in ourselves, to overcome our neural habitations of destructive traits that repeatedly undermine our own evolution, and to relinquish, let it go, the attitudes that have kept us from knowing who we really are. All of that is part of finding your true self. There's an aspect of the self that is a benevolent being who waits behind all of those veils. This is who we are when we are not feeling threatened, fearing loss, trying to please everyone, racing to succeed and scrambling to get on top at any cost, regretting the past, feeling inferior, hopeless, desperate, greedy, just to name a few. When we overcome and remove whatever stands in the way of our infinite power and self, we are demonstrating a noble deed, not only for ourselves, but for all of humanity. So the greatest habit that you'll ever break is the habit of being the old you. And the greatest habit you will ever create is the habit of expressing the divinity that's already there through you. That is when you inhabit your true nature and identity. It is to inhabit yourself. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We have completed this book. Finally, it has been such a joy and such a pleasure. Oh, shoot, I have a little bit of time to prepare for my next live Thank you so much. I'm just seeing the messages here, and because I haven't been reading the messages, and I'm just going to be honest and transparent. I do things a little bit differently, and I'm okay with that. I'm going to do it the way I do it because I'm going to do it the way my spirit is dictating for me to do it. So it's not going to be polished all the time. Maybe one day it will be, but today, no. Today you're just going to get raw divinity expressing itself in a unique way through me, and see the growth and see the process and see the evolution of I, from the overflow that I have to share with you all. So I got a few minutes before my next show starts at 5. Gotta go. Thank you for tuning into the SupaTea Podcast Show.